I became a successful farmer. I lived at the farm. And when you live at the farm, you have daily interaction with people who are rural people who are very poor. I took my son, who was not more than 5, to a cotton field when women were picking cotton. And he looks at me and says, "Father, where do they go to drink water?" And I never thought about that. None of my staff are providing them water. Okay, so they were left to fend for themselves. Now, obviously, immediately we started to have a system. So what I'm trying to get at is that when you are face to face with poor people and the way they live, you realize that Pakistan cannot prosper. Pakistan cannot become a country that we want to unless we look after poor people. And how do you look after poor people? You get social services to them. In Pakistan, the system of providing social services is totally flawed. You look at your hospitals, you look at your sanitation, you look at your healthcare, everything, it doesn't reach the people. I started figuring out ways of how we can do that. One day I was at a dinner, met Shahbaz Sharif, who had just become the Chief Minister of Punjab. Somebody told him he's a good farmer. So he said, "Come to my meeting tomorrow." Then he called me, he took me to his room and he said that I would like you to run agriculture in Punjab. I said, "I'm not a politician. I'm not elected." So he said, "I have the portfolio. We'll make you something that, you'll be the de facto agriculture minister." So that was my beginning of working in the public sector. I didn't want to. I was one of the most non-political people you could know. Non-political in the sense of getting along in the political system. My brother-in-law comes from a political family. He couldn't fight the election in 2002 because he was not a graduate. He wanted some replacement. He didn't want to give it to any local person because they would become competition. So he then implored me to come and fight the election. And I refused until he said, I couldn't say no. So I said, okay, I'll only come twice. That was the level of my disinterest in electoral politics. Once I got elected, I'm responsible for the votes people gave me. I just can't disappear, so I have to serve the people in this constituency. So I started to work there. And then I also became advisor on agriculture and other stuff in Punjab, and then the story continued. And then in 2008, we again contested. Next election was 2008. Then I did not want to contest on the Q ticket. President Musharraf, whose cabinet I was in at that time, previously, he said, "Don't contest independent because people will tell me that you are hedging your bets and you may run, jo party jeete uske saath mil jaoge." So I said the next best thing is PML functional because that's a party which is also Muslim League, and he said fine. And so I fought on that platform and won the election 2008 with a bigger margin. And then going on from there, I realized over the next 4 years that no matter how hard I worked, no matter how good I was not going to be able to make a difference. So then along came Imran Khan, and this was my conscious decision now that if I want to continue in politics, I want to do it the right way. There was no more conventional politics for me. Knew Imran Khan from the 2002 assembly. And we had a very good exchange of ideas, and we used to meet quite often. At that time, I also was thinking about making my own party. I said, look, I'm thinking of making my own party because I'm fed up. Immediately came home and I went to Imran Khan and said, I'm going to do this. He said, join me. Believe me, making a party and making successful is not. But even if he's such an open-minded man. He said, even if you do, we'll have an alliance with you.
Thank you for watching the full video. If you want to see more of such meaningful content, show your support by hitting the subscribe button.